Iceland is a land shaped by fire and ice, where some of the world's most dramatic landscapes come together in one of the most unique places on Earth. Located just south of the Arctic Circle, this island nation is home to massive glaciers, active volcanoes, powerful waterfalls, and vast lava fields. Despite its remote location, Iceland has become one of the most popular travel destinations in the world, attracting millions of visitors every year. One of the things that makes Iceland stand out is how geologically active it is. The island sits right on the boundary between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates, which means the land is constantly shifting. This is why Iceland has so many geysers, hot springs, and volcanic eruptions. Some of the most famous eruptions in recent history, like the Jökulsárlón eruption in 2010, have even disrupted air travel across Europe. Iceland's extreme geography also gives it a unique climate. Despite its name, much of the country has surprisingly mild temperatures, thanks to the warming effects of the Gulf Stream. Summers are cool, but with almost 24 hours of daylight, while winters bring long, dark nights, perfect for seeing the northern lights. The aurora borealis, a natural light display caused by solar particles interacting with Earth's atmosphere, is one of Iceland's biggest attractions, drawing visitors from around the world. Culturally, Iceland has a deep Viking heritage with roots tracing back over 1,000 years. It was first settled by Norse explorers in the 9th century, and today many Icelanders can trace their ancestry directly to those original settlers. The country has one of the most well-preserved medieval texts in Europe, the sagas of the Icelanders, which tell detailed stories about Viking history and exploration. With a population of just over 370,000 people, Iceland is one of the least densely populated countries in the world. Most people live in the capital, Reykjavik, while the rest of the country is dominated by vast open landscapes. It's one of the few places where you can drive for hours without seeing another person, surrounded only by mountains, glaciers, and lava fields. In this video, we'll explore some of Iceland's most breathtaking places, from the geysers and waterfalls of the Golden Circle to the black sand beaches of Vik, the glacier lagoons of the south coast, and the vibrant capital of Reykjavik. This is a journey through one of the most unique destinations in the world. Thingvellir National Park. Thingvellir National Park is one of the most historically and geologically important places in Iceland. It sits on the boundary between the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates, making it one of the few places on Earth where you can see two continents slowly pulling apart. The Rift Valley here is constantly widening by a few millimeters each year, creating dramatic cliffs and fissures, including Silfra, a freshwater fissure known for some of the clearest diving waters in the world. Thingvellir is also the site of Iceland's first parliament, the Althing, established in 930 AD. This makes it one of the oldest parliamentary sites in the world. Viking settlers would gather here to make laws, settle disputes, and hold public assemblies. Today, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the main stops on Iceland's Golden Circle route. With its deep historical roots and unique landscapes, Thingvellir is a place where Iceland's natural forces and human history come together in one of the country's most visited landmarks. Geysir Hot Springs. Iceland is one of the most geothermally active places on Earth, and the Geysir Hot Springs area is a prime example. Located in the Jökulsárlón Valley, this geothermal field is filled with bubbling mud pots, steaming vents, and erupting geysers, creating an otherworldly landscape. The entire area is constantly shaped by underground volcanic activity, with mineral-rich water seeping up from deep below the surface. The site is named after Geysir, one of the first known geysers in the world, and the origin of the word geyser. Though it rarely erupts today, it was once capable of shooting boiling water over 70 meters, 230 feet into the air. Today, the most active geyser here is Skogafoss, which erupts every 5 to 10 minutes, reaching heights of up to 30 meters, 100 feet. Unlike many other geysers worldwide, which can be unpredictable, Skogafoss's frequent eruptions make it a reliable and exciting attraction for visitors. The geysers form due to underground magma heating water trapped beneath the Earth's surface. As pressure builds, the superheated water is forced upward through cracks in the rock, erupting in dramatic bursts of steam and boiling water. The constant geothermal activity also colors the surrounding landscape, with mineral deposits creating shades of red, yellow, and orange across the steaming ground. The Geysir Hot Springs area is part of Iceland's famous Golden Circle, one of the most popular sightseeing routes in the country. Alongside Thingvellir National Park and Gullfoss Waterfall, it provides a fascinating look at the raw power that has shaped Iceland's landscape for thousands of years. The combination of history, geology, and spectacular eruptions makes it one of Iceland's must-visit natural wonders. Gullfoss Waterfall. Gullfoss is one of Iceland's most powerful and visually striking waterfalls. Located in the Vita River Canyon, it plunges in two dramatic stages, dropping a total of 32 meters, 105 feet, into a rugged gorge. The sheer force of the water creates a constant mist that, on sunny days, forms beautiful rainbows over the falls, making it one of the most photographed natural landmarks in Iceland. The waterfall's name translates to Golden Falls, a reference to the way the glacial water glows in the sunlight, especially during summer. Gullfoss originates from Jökulsárlón, Iceland's second-largest glacier, meaning its water is ice-cold even in the warmer months. During winter, the falls partially freeze over, creating an entirely different but equally stunning sight. One of the most fascinating aspects of Gullfoss is its history. In the early 20th century, there were plans to harness the waterfall for hydroelectric power, which would have permanently altered its natural flow. Sigríður Tómasdóttir, the daughter of a local farmer, fought to protect Gullfoss from industrial development. Her efforts helped lead to its preservation, and today, the falls are part of a protected nature reserve. Gullfoss is a key stop on the Golden Circle, along with Thingvellir and Geysir. A well-maintained walking path allows visitors to get close to the edge of the falls, where they can feel the full force of the rushing water. Whether seen in the misty summer or the icy winter, Gullfoss remains one of the most breathtaking natural wonders in Iceland. Seljalandsfoss Waterfall. Seljalandsfoss is one of Iceland's most unique waterfalls, famous for the rare opportunity to walk directly behind the falling water. Dropping 60 meters, 197 feet from a former sea cliff, the waterfall creates a curtain of mist that makes for one of the most photogenic spots in the country. Unlike many waterfalls, a natural path allows visitors to fully circle around it, offering breathtaking views from every angle. The water originates from the Eyjafjallajökull Glacier, the same glacier-covered volcano that erupted in 2010 and caused major air travel disruptions across Europe. Meltwater from the glacier feeds the Seljalandsfoss River, which flows over the cliffs before plunging into a shallow pool below. Because of its glacial origins, the water is ice-cold year-round, adding to the dramatic atmosphere. One of the most striking features of Seljalandsfoss is the way the sun interacts with the mist. On clear days, rainbows often form around the falls, creating an even more magical scene. However, walking behind the waterfall can be a wet experience. The constant spray means visitors should expect to get damp, especially on windy days. The ground can also be slippery, requiring careful footing when making the loop around the falls. Seljalandsfoss is located just off Iceland's Ring Road, making it an easy stop for travelers exploring the country's south coast. A short walk from Seljalandsfoss leads to Gullfoss, a smaller but hidden waterfall tucked inside a canyon. Together, these waterfalls make this part of Iceland one of the most rewarding stops for nature lovers and photographers. Skogafoss Waterfall. Skogafoss is one of Iceland's largest and most powerful waterfalls, with a drop of 60 meters, 197 feet, and a width of 25 meters, 82 feet. Unlike some of Iceland's more delicate waterfalls, Skogafoss is known for its sheer force, creating a massive curtain of water that crashes down into a shallow pool below. On sunny days, the mist from the falls often forms double rainbows, adding to its dramatic appeal. The waterfall is fed by the Skoga River, which originates from the nearby Eyjafjallajökull and Mýrdalsjökull glaciers. Over thousands of years, the river has carved out the gorge where Skogafoss now stands. According to legend, a Viking settler named Thrasa Thorolfsson buried a chest of gold behind the falls, and for centuries, locals have searched for it. The story adds a sense of mystery to one of Iceland's most famous landmarks. Visitors can experience Skogafoss from two perspectives: standing at the base, where they can feel the power of the water up close, or climbing the staircase with over 500 steps to a viewing platform at the top. From here, there's a spectacular view of both the waterfall and the surrounding landscapes, with the Skoga River stretching into the highlands. Skogafoss is one of the last major stops before reaching Iceland's southernmost coastline. It's a popular starting point for the Fimmvörðuháls hiking trail, which leads into the volcanic highlands and connects to the Laugavegur Trail, one of Iceland's most famous multi-day hikes. Whether seen from the ground or above, Skogafoss is one of the most breathtaking waterfalls in the country. Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon. Jökulsárlón is one of Iceland's most spectacular natural wonders, a massive glacial lagoon filled with floating icebergs that have broken off from the Breiðamerkur Jökull Glacier, an outlet of Vatnajökull, Europe's largest ice cap. The lagoon is constantly changing, as new icebergs calve from the glacier and drift slowly toward the ocean, creating an ever-shifting landscape of deep blue and white ice formations. The lagoon covers about 18 square kilometers, 7 square miles, and continues to expand as the glacier retreats due to climate change. Some of the icebergs here are thousands of years old, compressed over time into stunning shades of blue. As they melt, they slowly drift toward the Jökulsá River, which carries them out to the Atlantic Ocean. Jökulsárlón is also home to a thriving population of seals, which can often be seen swimming among the ice or resting on floating chunks. The lagoon's nutrient-rich waters attract seabirds like Arctic terns and skuas, making it a great spot for wildlife observation. Located right off Iceland's Ring Road, Jökulsárlón is a must-see destination for travelers exploring the country's south coast. Many visitors take boat tours through the lagoon, offering an up-close view of the icebergs and the towering glacier in the background. With its surreal beauty and constantly shifting scenery, Jökulsárlón is one of the most unforgettable places in Iceland. Vik og Reynisfjara Black Sand Beach. Vik is the southernmost village in Iceland, known for its dramatic coastal scenery and proximity to Reynisfjara Black Sand Beach, one of the most famous and striking beaches in the world. Unlike traditional sandy shores, Reynisfjara is made up of volcanic black sand, shaped by centuries of eruptions and erosion from the powerful Atlantic waves. One of the beach's most iconic features is the Reynisdrangar sea stacks, towering rock formations just off the coastline. According to Icelandic folklore, these jagged pillars were once trolls that were turned to stone when caught by the rising sun. Today, they stand as a dramatic landmark, often surrounded by mist and crashing waves. Another highlight of Reynisfjara is the basalt column cliffs, which look almost like a man-made structure but are entirely natural. These geometric rock formations, similar to those found at Giant's Causeway in Northern Ireland, were formed by rapidly cooling lava. The cliffs provide a unique backdrop for the beach, making it one of the most photographed spots in Iceland. Despite its beauty, Reynisfjara is also known for its dangerous sneaker waves, which can appear suddenly and pull unsuspecting visitors into the ocean. The strong currents and unpredictable tides make it important to keep a safe distance from the water. Even with its wild conditions, Reynisfjara remains one of the most breathtaking places in Iceland, offering a surreal and unforgettable coastal landscape. Reykjavik and Hallgrímskirkja. Reykjavik, the capital of Iceland, is the country's cultural and economic hub, home to more than two-thirds of the country's population. Despite being one of the smallest capital cities in Europe, Reykjavik has a unique charm, blending modern architecture with deep-rooted Viking heritage. The city is known for its colorful houses, vibrant art scene, and geothermal heated streets, making it one of the most livable and interesting urban areas in the Arctic region. One of Reykjavik's most famous landmarks is Hallgrímskirkja, a towering Lutheran church that dominates the city skyline. Standing at 74.5 meters, 244 feet tall, it is Iceland's tallest church, inspired by the country's volcanic landscapes and basalt column formations. Visitors can take an elevator to the top for panoramic views of Reykjavik, stretching out to the sea and surrounding mountains. The city is also home to cultural attractions like the Harpa Concert Hall, an architectural masterpiece with a shimmering glass facade that reflects Iceland's natural beauty, and the Sun Voyager, a striking steel sculpture representing a Viking ship looking out over the Atlantic. Reykjavik's waterfront area is a great place for a walk, offering views of the distant snow-capped mountains. While Reykjavik serves as a gateway to Iceland's natural wonders, the city itself has plenty to offer. From its thriving cafe culture and geothermal pools to its history-filled museums and lively nightlife, Reykjavik provides a modern contrast to Iceland's rugged wilderness, making it the perfect place to start or end a journey through the country. Diamond Beach. Just across the road from Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon is Diamond Beach, a striking black sand beach where icebergs from the lagoon wash ashore, creating a dramatic contrast between the clear blue ice and the dark volcanic sand. The ice fragments shaped by the wind and waves glisten in the sunlight like scattered diamonds, giving the beach its name. The icebergs that end up on Diamond Beach break off from Jökulsárlón Glacier, travel through Jökulsárlón, and are carried into the Atlantic Ocean by the Jökulsá River. Some pieces are small and transparent, while others are massive with deep blue hues formed by centuries of compressed ice. As they slowly melt under the sun, the landscape here is constantly changing, making every visit unique. This area is also a prime spot for wildlife watching. Seals are often seen swimming near the shoreline, and seabirds circle overhead, hunting for fish in the icy waters. The ever-present waves crashing against the ice add to the dramatic scenery, making it one of the most photogenic spots in Iceland. Diamond Beach is easily accessible from Iceland's Ring Road and is usually visited together with Jökulsárlón. Whether at sunrise, when the ice glows under soft light, or at sunset, when the sky reflects off the melting ice, this beach is one of the most visually stunning places in the country. Iceland is a place that feels different from anywhere else. The landscapes here are constantly changing. Glaciers are retreating, volcanoes are shaping new land, and geysers erupt like clockwork. It's a country where nature is in motion, and that's what makes it so fascinating to explore. Every region offers something unique. The waterfalls along the south coast, the vast highlands, the black sand beaches, the remote fjords. There's always something to see, and no two trips here are ever the same. Even Reykjavik, though small by capital city standards, has a character of its own, blending modern design with centuries of history. For a country with such a small population, Iceland has left a big impact on the world. It has one of the oldest parliaments in history, a rich Viking heritage, and a deep connection to its landscapes that still shapes the way people live today. Whether it's using geothermal energy for everyday life or preserving cultural traditions, Icelanders have adapted to one of the harshest environments in the world in a way that few other nations have. If this video has made you want to visit Iceland, let us know in the comments. Have you been here before? Do you have a favorite place, or is there somewhere you'd love to see? We always like hearing about personal experiences. And if you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like the video. It helps more people find it. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more travel documentaries like this. There's a lot more of the world to explore, and we'll see you in the next one.